Welcome back to Sportsline right here on News Channel 5 Plus, everybody. As we said, Titans at the Raiders. Huge game with playoff implications on the line. You can see it Sunday at 3:25 over on News Channel 5. And here now is the head coach of the Tennessee Titans trying to keep this positive streak going, Mike Vrabel.
Mike, with the injuries to LaShawn and Adoree', what do you hope to get from Tremaine bringing him in here?
Just a veteran body, a guy that's played a lot of football in this league. We'll see how he does and how he, reacts to what we do and our terminology and our scheme. And as much as he can handle, we'll try to give him.
Mike, one of the difficult things for an addition to the defense to jump into be all the disguising that you do?
Yeah, there's probably some things there that try to work in unison, and I think that the communication, is critical part of all defensive football, and part of that's disguise and being able to understand who you're working with and who you're talking to. So we'll kind of see where it goes this week.
Was it a pleasant surprise that a guy with his experience would fall to you in the waiver process like that? We
just look and see who's available and kind of go from there.
What's he known for as far as how he plays?
Just trying to get him to cover his guy. So we'll get a look at him. I mean, we've watched him. We watched him before we took a look at him, and he's played a lot of snaps and played on Sunday and played some special teams. Was a vice guy and tried to be competitive there, and so we'll see how it goes this week.
How much does it help having, Logan, Kevin, and Kenny, guys with experience in this system, to maybe help ease that transition a bit?
I think the more people that can help new guys get acclimated to the system, the better. I know Carrie and Book have been meeting with them since early this morning, and it's a good room with some veteran guys in there, so that hopefully helps.
What stands out about Oakland on Tucker?
They're young and fast and long on defense, very active, very good front. Safeties that are physical, corners that'll press and play aggressive. They offensively, a very good back, and it's going to be an elite back in this league. They have tight ends. They've attempted 200 passes to their running backs and their tight ends. So that'll be a huge key.
What are some of the things that Carr has been doing this year to find success, or should that be having a bounce-back season?
Well, he gets the ball out very quick. He's got guys that he trusts. Like I said, they have tight ends that are matchup problems, running backs that are matchup problems. They have big receivers. We'll see about Renfro's availability, but I think he's developed into a really, really good slot player, a guy that has got a lot of confidence in there. I think the quarterback trusts him. They're seventh in the league in third down because offensively, they don't hurt themselves. They don't have many negative yardage plays. They don't have a lot of penalties offensively. And so, therefore, when you run the football, you end up with a lot of 3rd and 2 and 3.
Along with that limited negative plays, it seems like they've done well as far as not getting Carr sacked. Is that him getting the ball out quicker? Is that protection? What do you?
Yeah, I think they're both. I think their O-line is big and physical. He's been decisive with the football, and then when you're in 3rd and 3, you don't have to hold it as long, and the routes don't have to get down the field as much. So I've noticed that there hasn't been much pressure on 3rd down because there's so many of those opportunities that they've either chosen to run it or get it out of his hand pretty quick.
Jurrell Casey needs 1 sack to get to 50 for his career. How significant a number is that, particularly for a guy who plays the position Jurrell does?
The 1 or the 50?
First, you can talk about the 1.
I really wouldn't know what the significance is. I'm not sure. I know that Jurrell's been a very productive player. He's been a great leader for us. Has a lot of big plays in my time here, our time in the last however many games. So I hope it's more than just that 1. I hope we get more than that, but he's just he really understands football. Sometimes maybe D linemen in general, not to throw a blanket over D linemen, they don't really understand the entire scheme. But I think that when we're in team meetings and we're coaching basically situations or other positions. I think Jarrell has a very good understanding of the entire game.
How much has Jeffrey Simmons now in the 6 weeks that he's been back, how much has his presence kind of helped affect other guys on the defense because he has to be accounted for on the D-line?
I think Jeff's just trying to get better every week. I mean, I don't know how much attention they pay to him or not pay to him. I know that he's focused on his job. He's focused on improving. And there's instances where that looks like it happens, and then there's some of the times we have to continue to coach and work and, everybody improve.
How much does the threat of Derek, you think, directly correlate to the space that Ryan's finding? His yards per attempt is a ridiculously high number.
I don't know. I'm not sure. I know that we're trying to stay balanced. We're trying to run the football. We're trying to be efficient when we throw it, stay in third and medium, convert possession downs, and get in the red zone and not try to kick field goals, try to score touchdowns.
When Dane Korchek was coming out, was there anything about his skill set that maybe led you to believe he'd become as effective a special teams player as he has?
No, we were just kind of hoping and wishing, I guess, that Dane would be a good special teams player.
I guess it's second to last.
Eric, I think that when you're big and you're fast, and Dane kind of played multiple positions in college. He was down there as like a nickel Sam, and so he really was involved in the run in the college, spread out world. Then he played in the boundary as a corner. So he never really played safety, and so we have to continue to develop him as a safety. But he was always, willing to go in there and tackle into, traffic. That nickel digs in there in a run, and there's, lineman, he's going in there. He's basically an extended linebacker. And so those were the things I think we saw. We saw the speed and the willingness to go in there and tackle were things that we thought that he could translate into a good special teams player.
Very happy and chipper Mike Vrabel, head coach of the Titans, meeting with the media this morning over at St. Thomas Sports Park. Titans getting ready for a big game in Oakland against the Raiders. Again, you can see it over on News Channel 5. Kickoff set for 3:25. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll be joined by John Glennon of The Athletic. We'll talk some Titans and some Preds. He covers both, don't you know? We're back after this.